there's been some discussion going on in our community. There are some vehicles that look very, very pretty in the night, all sorts of different rainbow colors, flashing and whatnot. And so the community really wants to know a little bit more about, is it legal? And obviously there are vehicles that have it. So if not able to be on the highways or the roads, when are we able to actually turn those on?
So you're right. These cars do look great with those lights, and that's why these lights are mostly used for, display purposes or for car shows. There really isn't any specific regulations when it comes to underglow kits or those lights that you see under vehicles. A lot of the information that I can provide just applies to, any additional or aftermarket lights on vehicles. The main thing that we want to stress is that it is about safety when it comes to these lights. So we just want to make sure that these lights aren't impeding any of the other lights that are on a vehicle for the safe operation of that vehicle. So if these lights are impeding the brake lights or the head or tail lights or the signal lights or anything like that, and a law enforcement officer or peace officer sees that and sees that it is impeding those lights, then someone can be issued a vehicle inspection ticket for that.
So just to be clear, it's not so much that the lights underneath, it's when they cause problems to deciphering between what's an important light and what's a fun light.
Yes, there's also other regulations. So stuff like, for example, with some exceptions for emergency vehicles, lights can't have a red vehicle in the front, or they can't have blue or green lights, or white or blue flashing lights. These are some prohibitions when it comes to these lights. As well, if they are deemed to be, distracting for other drivers, or maybe they'll end up startling other drivers, then they can be issued a vehicle inspection notice as well.
Okay, so yeah, so they're coming past me on the highway, and I'm like, what is that? Yeah.
Yeah. So if a peace officer sees that, they probably would have the same reaction, and they'd end up issuing that notice then.
Yeah. So essentially, is it like, do you think that if it's not a regulation as such, they would be given a warning first, or would they go straight, do you think, to issuing fines?
They would be issued a warning. And so once you get that vehicle inspection notice, you actually just have to take your vehicle in. Someone will look at it and make sure that it does meet standards, and will give direction to make sure that it's compliant, to make sure that it isn't a distraction on our roads.
Are there other things that people are manipulating the vehicles that are causing issues regularly out there?
Nothing comes to mind. There is the the vehicle inspection regulations that people can actually look up online. So it's a vehicle regulations 1987. They can look up, and if they're wanting to modify their vehicle in any way, that whole document has a whole bunch of info on everything from, lights to windows to other car details. So
like the what is it that makes them really loud? Mufflers.
Yes, there is information about that in there as well.
Thanks so much, Jennifer. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
You too. See ya.